Mazel Tov, Joshua Cohen, author of the Netanyahus, an account of a minor and ultimately even negligible episode in the history of a very famous family, winner of the JJ Greenberg Memorial Award for fiction. Your use of language and prodigious lexicon so mesmerized me that I sometimes stopped mid-paragraph to admire a sentence. I jumped back in immediately, next mesmerized by your interlacing of comedy with biting observations on American Jewish identity. The story is fictitious, but not totally. It follows a Jewish professor, an American historian, shoehorned in by virtue of his status as the token Jew on his rural New York college faculty to serve on his department's hiring committee to evaluate the not so fictitious applicant, member of the tribe, Ben-Zion Netanyahu. Quote, brisk, brilliant, brazen, says one reviewer. Congratulations, Joshua, on this achievement.
Thank you. The Netanyahus, a short book with a very long subtitle, brings together two men, an Israeli historian named Ben-Zion Netanyahu and an American historian named Reuben Blum. Both men, of course, are Jews. When Professor Netanyahu pays a visit to a cow college in rural New York State for a job interview, Professor Blum is conscripted to serve as his host. Though as the only Jew on campus in 1960, Blum often feels like a guest himself. Netanyahu's presence forces Blum into a confrontation with what we now call his identities and the conflicting loyalties they ostensibly demand of him. Loyalties to his family, to his country, to his race, if Judaism is a race, to his religion, if Judaism is a religion, to the democratic, if not merely academic, ideal of fairness, and last but not least, to the college's hiring committee that will have to decide that eternal Jewish question, what to do with the Netanyahu. I wrote this book under the Trump administration and coronavirus lockdown, and here I am accepting an award for it in the midst of a war in which well over 1 million people, including tens of thousands of Jews, have become refugees. Though dizzied and disgusted by this violence, I still think it important to take a moment to acknowledge the integrity of the Jewish Book Council's choice to give its fiction prize to a book whose perceived politics, whose title alone was bound to elicit strong reactions from an already embattled American Jewish community, a community that is once again being impugned and attacked. ועכשיו אני רוצה לומר משהו בשפה שלא צריכה להיות זרה לנו. עתידם של היהודים באמריקה תלוי בתרבות ובספרות, בעיקר באוריינות עברית. אני רוצה להודות למורים שלי לעברית, שביניהם אני כולל סופרים ומשוררים ישראלים ורבנים ורבנות מניו ג'רזי. אני מקדיש להם את הפרס הזה.